Hello and welcome to ART-111-01 Basic Drawing. My name is Jennifer Cassing and I will be your instructor for the semester. I wanted to take a minute to go over the supplies that you'll need to purchase and your first assignment. Your first assignment is to actually go out and purchase the supplies that I have listed on your supply sheet. So we're going to go ahead and look at some of those today. Once you actually go out and purchase all of the supplies, then what I need you to do for your first assignment is to take a picture of the supplies that you actually purchased and send it to me so I can make sure that you have the right supplies. Especially with drawing, it's extremely important that you get the right kind of charcoal. If you get compressed charcoal over regular charcoal, it will cause you to be frustrated and you won't be as successful as you'd like to be. So let's go ahead and look at some of the supplies that you'll need for the course. The first thing that you need to get or find is the large pads of newsprint. You just need one. So you'll need one 18 by 24 pad of newsprint. This is Strathmore, and it clearly says Strathmore. It's got a big yellow cover, and this one has 50 sheets in it, and it says newsprint. This one's rough. I like the rough surface. It's just slightly rough. I like that, but you could use smooth if you want to. Totally up to you. This is also an option. This is the ProArt newsprint. ProArt newsprint, if you can find it, is a little cheaper sometimes than the Strathmore, but make sure that you're not paying close to the same amount for way less sheets. Like if it's only 25 sheets, make sure that you get the best deal. So look for that. This is also rough newsprint, and you can say it says rough newsprint. This is what this one looks like. ProArt. Whichever one you find at a good price, that's the one that you want to get. The other thing that you're going to need is the charcoal itself. And this is the one that I recommend. This is General's charcoal. It comes with 2 jumbo sticks of charcoal, and it comes with the kneaded eraser on the bottom here. And it's great because it comes in the same pack. Now, if you can't find this combo pack, you could always get it separate. So let me show you what this looks like. This is just a stick of charcoal, and you can see it's really soft. It's so soft that I can like make a mark on my finger and it comes off. You don't want compressed charcoal, which usually comes in like formed sticks. It's too dark for what we're going to do in this class, and you won't be able to erase it off the newsprint. It's once you make a mark with the compressed charcoal, it's really hard to get off, and that will be very frustrating, especially in the beginning where you'll be making errors and you'll want to fix those. So it definitely needs to be willow or vine charcoal, and you want a long stick of it. You don't want something too short because you want to be able to use this for sighting and measuring, and I'll explain what that is in another video. The other thing that's in here is the kneaded eraser. You definitely want your kneaded eraser because you can make it go into any shape. You can form it into a ball, you can form it into a little point and get the detail out of an eye. You can form it into a shape and stamp out some of the value that you need to change. It is really the coolest eraser that's out there. It's made with kaolin, which is clay, which also allows it to, change shape, be stretched apart, pulled back together. And that's how you clean these erasers. These erasers are going to get dirty really fast, so all you do to clean them is stretch them, let all the graphite or charcoal fall out of them, and then you just put them back into any shape that you want, and they're good to go again, and they're clean, which is really cool. You'll definitely want to take, a few minutes and play with this eraser when you get it. It's really cool. It's a fun thing to do. The other thing that you're going to need for sure is white and black sticks of new pastel. Just the white one and the black one only. Now, Don't go out and get a set that includes the grays also. We're not using them, and I won't let you use them on the newsprint because they do not look good on newsprint. It's much better to stay with our charcoal, our white, and our black new pastel. You'll just get a much better look. It'll make you look like a great artist. Try to get those individually if you can, because you really don't need, more than one or two each. The white does go faster. You'll use it much faster than the black. Also, do not buy Conte. Conte is not soft enough. So just like the charcoal with the white, I can actually make a mark on my finger and you can see that because it's soft. You want to use soft materials so that we can, blend them around, remove them easily. And if you use something that's too hard, it'll be really hard to do that with. The other thing you might need is a ruler. Now you can always take one of the big pieces of paper and fold it and fold it and fold it again so that you have a straight edge, but if you want to go ahead, I really recommend getting the ruler if you can. The ones I like are the ones with the cork on the back so that they don't slip. There's lots of different makers of these rulers, but anything that you like, anything that you can find easily also. This is 24 inches. I like this size. At least get 18. 36 might be hard for you to actually use on a small table, so I would say anywhere between like an 18 and a 24 would be perfect. And you are going to be working with them when we get to architecture, so definitely think about that. So the other thing that you're going to need is a sketchbook, and with the sketchbook you can get any size or any shape that you want as long as it's at least 5 by 8. Anything smaller than that's just really hard to work in. And this is 8 by 8, and this is the one I've been working in recently for last maybe 6 months or so. So this one's really good. I like this size. It's easy that I can put in my purse and carry it around, and if I get stuck on the bridge or something, I can make a sketch. But also it's sometimes a little too small. So if you know you like to work big, you might want to go a little bigger than the 8 by 8. I also recommend using the spiral bound or the ring bound books. The reason why is when you're making a sketch, you could totally flip it all the way around and get it flat, and then you can work on it without an issue. With the squares, they're nice too because I can turn them any direction, and I'm left-handed, so a lot of times the spiral gets me on this side. So if you're left-handed, it's great because you can move it around and work any way you want. Now the other thing I wanted to talk to you about are the graphite pencils. You'll want a set of pencils potentially. You can at least, you can get away with one, but I think it's great to have more than one pencil if possible. And these are the different degrees of pencils. So I'm going to show you a little bit about that. This is an 2H. This will be the lightest lead that I have. And you can see it barely makes a mark. H stands for hard. So the further you get away from the center point, so that would be an H, the lighter the lead's going to be. So this is a 2H. They also make up to like 6H. So 6H would be extremely light. You'd hardly see it on the paper. This pencil is an H, so it's going to be a little lighter, a little darker than the 2H. Then we move into the B's, and B stands for soft. So this is a 4B. It's going to be much darker than the H's. And then here is an 8B. This is probably the darkest lead I have on me right now. And this is pretty dark. I think they also make like a 9B sometimes. I've seen those, or a 9XX, and those are really, really dark. So here is the 8. I'm just gonna put that up for you right there so you can see the different degrees. So when you're looking, you might want to get a little set if you can find a set that's inexpensive. If you can only get one pencil, that's fine too, but just know it makes your job a little easier if you have different degrees you can work with. You can start really light and then slowly add your value as you go. There are other things on the list that I have, but I don't think they're as important. These are the things I really think you need, along with the book. You can get the book a lot of different places, and the bookstore does have some this semester, which is great. So if you need one, you want to get it locally, definitely go into the bookstore and you can grab it there. If not, you can get them used on Amazon and other places like that. So we've looked at your supplies that you're going to need to purchase this week. So let's go over that assignment one more time. So what you're going to want to do is go out and find the supplies that you need. Take a picture of the supplies that you actually purchased and send that picture to me so that I can approve it for you. That is your first assignment this week. And if you have any questions, please email me. Thanks.